Hello. Hopefully everybody can hear me out there. I'll give a few minutes for people to get rolling. What is up, everyone? There we go. Get my microphone situated. I have this nice little dead cat on it. Hopefully. So I did a little test live stream last night, and people were telling me I had a lot of breathing noises when my headphone or when my face shield was down. So I put it under my beard. But then I got scratchy noises on the microphone from my beard, so we're trying this out today. But we'll get rolling in just a second. Let me go grab my face shield. I'll tell you all about what I got chucked up and what I'm going to turn, and hopefully get it done in the allotted time. How's everybody enjoying the virtual craft festival so far? I caught Jamie's this morning a little bit, then I had to pass out. And I've been in and out during the day, but I had to go cut this wood so that I could do this project. Actually, one more thing now that I think about it, and then we'll get rolling. But yeah, so I went and cut this off an apricot tree in my parents' backyard. And it's pretty fresh. It's kind of been standing dead for a little while, but I think it should work out. So I'm going to try to turn, not try, there is no try, do or do not. So I'm going to try to turn one of these little kind of wooden flowers with the really thin stem, and then I will show you how I get the bend in it too. It's kind of a fun process. These were something that I saw Natural Selection Studios on Instagram turning. He calls them podlets. So I thought they were pretty cool. So I've turned a few of them now, and they're lots of fun to turn. It's kind of a little challenging, especially I don't have a steady rest, so I don't like to go too long, but I'll kind of talk about how I get around that, chucking methods and things to keep it as safe as possible. Speaking of chuck, where's my big chuck at? There it is. So you try to be prepared, you lay all your stuff out, get ready, and then you don't bring your stuff back where it needs to be. And then you're walking around while there's a bunch of people waiting on you. So, my apologies. But at least I can still talk to you while I'm walking around. Okay, there's the big chuck. We'll need that. Get the worm screw out. Set it down. We're going to start. Here, let me take this off. I'll show you what we got here. I'm going to turn off the picture-in-picture real quick. I know, fancy. There we go. So this is a piece of apricot, like I said, from a tree in my parents' backyard. It has some pretty nice color in there, so it should be pretty cool. We're going to turn one of those little flowers. I'm going to start by putting the four-prong drive in so I can get tenon put on there, and then I'll put the chuck on, and we'll do most of the turning when it has a tenon. I also have to put my somebody invent a drill-powered tailstock backer upper so you can get your ends off quick. So I'll switch back to that one. For now, I'm going to use the point center. I can drive it really far down in there. So for starting these, I don't want to keep the pith, like I don't want to put the drive right on the pith. I want to kind of offset it, so when I do the little thin part of it, whatever you want to call that thing, it will not have the heart in it. It'll be off to one side, so it'll kind of help it with the cracking and stuff like that. We're going to be turning the top really thin and getting a nice even wall thickness so it'll warp as it dries. I think I'm kind of looking at it and deciding I think I'm going to make this the bottom. There's some big bark pockets here that I want to cut out They're also up here, but they're a little smaller, so I might be able to cut back a little bit and keep bark all the way around the rim of it. So let me smash this guy in here. Like I said, maybe a ½ inch off center. My son calls this the band hammer. He plays a lot of Fortnite, and I guess they drop the band hammer when they kick people out of the game. So that's our band hammer. Get that in here. I'm going to do the same on the top. Drive the center in just a little off the middle. We're spinning pretty true. It has like a little bit of a crook in there. That's not going to matter too much. We got to waste all that away anyways. We're going to end up with lots of wood on the ground with this one. Let's see who's out there. Who do we got? We got 21 people watching. Hello everyone. Hodgepodge Woodworks. I got my dead cat on, so maybe you won't hear any beard scratchy noises. Doug Miller, Carl's out there, everybody's out there. Jamie, what's up, Jamie? Shout out to Jamie and Carl too. Thanks for putting this on. Cheers to you guys. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? But yeah, let's get rolling. I want to make sure I get this thing done because they're a lot of fun, and it's kind of a lot of hogging and wasting away wood. So let's fire it out and see how it goes. Let me switch here. How's the overhead looking? Adjust it a little bit. That look good to everybody? Anybody need any adjustments? We're going to check it again, see if I can get any more. Yep, see, green wood will kind of flex and move on you. So you always want to make sure that everything is tightened down. All I'm doing right now, I'm going to come in at the bottom, kind of square it up, get a tenon on there, and get it going. So I am using just a parting tool. This is like a cheap Harbor Freight parting tool that I ground at just a little bit of an angle on the end of it to sort of match the jaws on my chuck. I'm going to fire the lathe up, make sure the speed's always all the way down before you turn it on. Go slowly. Don't need to go too fast. All I'm doing is putting a tenon on there. Cool. How's everything sounding? I'm shutting the hood. Here we go. It's going to come in slowly, square up the bottom, so that way I don't have anything that is going to catch inside the jaws. I want a big tenon with a nice flat shoulder for the jaws to rest against. I want a long tenon too, so it's deep inside those jaws. So this has a lot of, it'll have a lot of holding power and be less likely to kind of get ripped out. Because we're, you know, at the end, when we're hollowing it in this way, there's a lot of stress. So you want a real big tenon on there to make sure everything's going to hold tight. I'm going to go a little bit more. I'll stop it and check it out. We still got a little bark right there, so I don't want to be grabbing on bark. I kind of want to make it a little bit smaller just to get past that, so we're right in the meat of it. Let's see how that looks. Just a touch more. There we go. That should do it. Okay. Most importantly, we want to make sure we have a nice flat shoulder for the bottom of the chuck to rest up against. But I think that will do it good. Get that out of there. Knock my 4-prong drive out. Get my chuck on. Just a nice little flick like that is all you need. So this is going to be a little bit, like tenon size-wise for these jaws, a little large for these jaws, but that's okay in this instance because we won't be using that tenon anyways, and we want a lot of holding power in there. So I'm going to get my light and make sure a little bit off, and we don't want that because that'll cause vibration. So I'm going to come in. I'll put my 4-prong back in just in the chuck. We'll come in a little bit more and cut it away so that the face of these jaws are resting nice and tight up against the bottom of this. I suspect it might be that little piece at the bottom, right by the 4-prong drive, but looking at it, it also, I think I'm not quite square either, so that's super important. Otherwise, if I didn't fix that, I would probably end up with a piece flying off. It would make for a exciting demo, I guess, but it wouldn't make me feel very good. So I'm going to use my detail gouge and get up in here and clean up the base of that tenon so it's nice and sharp. There we go. That looks good. Let me get a little bit more right on the bottom too. Just clean it up a bit. That should be enough to get us going. Everything going good out there? Let me quit. I'll peek up at the chat, see what's going on. I don't know if there's been any questions or anything. I need myself a Robin to read me questions. You're a lucky guy, Carl. Alright. Much better. Yep. We're nice and tight up against the face of the jaws. That's going to give us a whole bunch of strength when it comes to hollowing this thing out. So I'm going to back this off a little bit too and drive it in with the tailstock, and then I'll tighten it down. I'm going to want to stop periodically too and make sure that I get everything tightened down, because like I mentioned with this green wood, it'll compress. Okay, I'm going to move up to the top. We'll start cutting out the bowl part. Let me move the camera just a little bit this way. And how about that way? Okay. That light's blowing out the top one a little bit, isn't it? There. Here we go. I got to get moving. I've already burned up 15 minutes. I'll be using a few different tools, primarily 5/8 bowl gouge. This is Jimmy Clue's signature. I have links in the description if you want to check out any of the tools that I use too. They're excellent stuff. I've been using them for a long time. So I am going to cut back the top just a bit. I want to see if I can get rid of some of the bark on there, or that little bark pocket. Let me see how I'm going to attack this thing. We'll get us in like that. There we go. Just want to see what the... Oh yeah, this will cut nice. I want to see if I can get back a little bit and have bark all the way around. It doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna take a little meat out of the middle, kind of balance it a bit so I can crank the speed up, and then I'll start hollowing in the end. Got a lot of bark, so we're gonna have some stuff flying off. Make sure everything's tight. You can kind of come at this like a spindle and cut downhill. This is nice green wood, so it cuts easily, doesn't burn you. Got something weird in the middle there. Just a little bit left on the bark. There we go. Alright. I'm going to cut a little more back on this section. Now I can see that end of that bark pocket. It's all the way down here, so we may lose the bark on this side. Ooh, there's a little bug. Ant, looked like. I don't want to take too much meat away from behind it, because that'll help keep it stable too. Yeah, let me double check this guy right here. Yeah, to crank it down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to pull the tailstock away and we'll get hollowing. Try to let's see, I'm gonna have to move my light too. Try to keep everything in frame for you too, so you can see what I'm doing. I may move this camera a little bit. I don't have too much more on the wire though. Make sure my light's not in the way either. That's kind of an important part. I need to see in here. Because I could open the garage too. There. Let's move you a little bit, huh? There we go. Okay. I double checked, made sure everything's tight. I'm going to keep the speed low for this part. I don't want to go crazy, and then just take very, very light cuts. Start at the middle and always try to keep the pressure inward. You can So you can hear it doing that, kind of vibrating like that. And if I open up the flute a little bit, my tool rest is just a touch high too. Pull that down. Move this. There you go. Yeah, this is going to be like the boring part. Lots of slow hollowing. I can kind of probably come in this way and take care of this. But yeah, we want to be careful with that vibration on there. So it'll make for a fun time. But like I mentioned, it's fresh wood, so it's cutting easy. As long as I just take it slow. Keep the pressure inward. And you can kind of open the flute a bit and change the angle of the tool, and that helps with the vibration. But mainly it's just make sure you're taking light cuts, not being too aggressive with it. Everybody see all right? But it won't take much. I don't like to make these things too deep either, because that takes a long time to hollow them real deep. I try to get them knocked out fairly quickly. I think I have 6 or so I've made so far. And I've got them down at the gallery here in the Boulder Dam Hotel here in Boulder City where I live. I haven't sold any yet, but I just haven't got them in there the other day. But they're fun pieces to do. They are challenging. You want to make sure you got good tool control and good understanding of how you need to, position the tool. But if you get yourself a steady rest, that's definitely gonna help out a lot. Yeah, they're nice. You can use smaller pieces of wood too. Smaller limbs and things like that might ordinarily not get used. And if you can get them real fresh, then you get the joy of turning green wood. Alright, we're looking good there. I think I'm going to just, the infamous one more cut. We got a nice subtle curve going. Slow tool speed. It's helping with the vibration. I'll stop there. Back up a bit. Yeah, there it is. Pick up that last cut right to the center. Cool. Just a little piece in the middle. Let me check that out. And this is like super green, so I'm not going to sand it. It's actually a really nice finish in there right now. Take my word for it. But what I will do though, there are a little bit of that vibration marks. You can feel those. So I'm going to take my little teardrop scraper and just run it right along there. Very, very gently, and it'll take those high spots out. And these will be easy to sand off the lathe. I have a little, see, I was concentrating and I stopped talking. I have a little battery-powered 2-inch sander. It's from Rikon. Shout out to Carl for helping me get third place and win that thing at the Woodcraft in Arizona contest. But that thing will work really good to just come in there and clean it up. So there, that's the scary part. Scary part's done. Now I can start hogging away material. get to the moderately scary part, which is getting it really, really thin. But that's not too scary. I've been turning tons of wands, and turning those wands, I'll tell you what, has really helped my technique with these. This is just like wands 2.0, like way skinnier. So what I have here, I've got my, instead of using that, the point, I've got a cup center. I knocked the little middle center out, or the little middle point, and then I just have a little wooden disc that fits right inside there. And then I have some paper towel wrapped around it, so that'll protect this from getting like marred up, and also provide stability, transfer the strength from the tailstock and keep everything steady. I don't want a whole lot of pressure because it'll be kind of thin, so you don't want it like flexing all around. No, at least not while you're working. Move this up here, give it a spin, make sure everything's good. Alright. Cool, how's the overhead view looking? How's everybody doing out there? Hey, Gary Jones is out there. What's up, Gary? How you doing? Congratulations on getting into wood turning. I was excited to see that. On the podcast, we just interviewed Emily Ford too for the podcast, and we mentioned you a little bit, how you guys just went down to Craft Supplies. So that is, editing's almost done. It should be out next, probably tomorrow, I would say, if I can sit down and give it the final listen and then do all the website stuff. But yeah, here we go. Let's, what do we got? 33 minutes left. Wish me luck. So I'm going to start coming in and working away, getting closer and closer to the rim. And clearing out a lot of this stuff. Just like a spindle, you always want to work downhill. When I start to get cutting on the wing, it gets a little catchy like that, so you have to be real careful. Nice controlled cuts. And then I'm going to switch. I'm going to come back this way and start working it down. And what I'm trying to do right now is get all this wood out of the way so I can establish how thin the stem is going to be. That's the word I was looking for. The stem. You have to move fairly quick on these because it'll start to warp on you really quickly, especially when they're super wet. Then you won't be able to go back and, you know, make another cut. Okay, I'm going to bring my light up and over. Ooh, that kind of blows it out for you guys on the top view, doesn't it? You don't want to work too much at a time. It could get unstable. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the light up here. Ooh, this is pretty stuff. Oh, is that a crack? No, I don't think that's a crack. Alright, good. I'm going to move my light around to this side. And that's going to kind of help me see the profile as it's spinning so I know where to come in. I want this to be about my last cut. I'm getting close on the wall thickness where I want to be. So here we go. I'm going to turn the speed up just a bit. Okay. We're about 1400 now. I could feel water spraying on me there. Lost a little piece of it. Lucky for me, this is a demo piece. So, a little bit thinner. Everything's feeling good. Okay. Oh yeah, we can see through it. Can you see the light through there? Let me see if I can, here, we'll get a shot of this. Maybe we can get a cool artistic shot for you. Well yeah, you can see the light coming through there. We're pretty good. We're pretty even. We're, I would say, about 1/8 of an inch. Let's see, I don't worry about calipers. But yeah, we're about 1/8 inch there, but you can, as you can see, the light's coming through, and you can see where the light doesn't come through. That's where I need to go thinner. So I got to come back this way now and work towards the final stem thickness. But it does feel a little bit. Oh, it's the bark. There's like a little bark rim right there that makes it feel a bit thicker on the outside. But yeah, I don't want to go too much thinner on that. Let's see. Just pick up the cut. Now I'm going to start cutting back like this. I'm going to have to switch to a tool, a little bit smaller tool. There, we're getting close, so I can get a little bit nicer radius on there. There we go. I might not have to. Yeah, I can see the heel catching, so. Work it back just a bit. See, I caught that edge of that wing there. Made it a little bit heavy. Work it down just a bit more. After all, I'm trying to give you guys a good show here. Get you your money's worth. I'm going to switch to my spindle gouge. Or the paper towel is kind of blocking the light too, I should say. I was just looking at the camera. Okay. Scary part number 2 done. Now we just gotta work our way back. See if I can pull this a little closer. I'll turn it off too and pull this light back. And we're pretty thin. I might come back a little bit, make it just a touch thinner as I'm working my way down, but I'm happy with the top. So let's see, y'all. Move you guys there. What do we got for time? 24 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah, be sure to hit thumbs up. Thank you, Billy. I need to make Billy an admin so he can leave a link to the Kickstarter. You need to check out 3Saurus Bees Builds sketchboards. They're awesome. They got a Kickstarter. Find me on Instagram. I'll send you a link to them. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to my bowl gouge. I'm going to move my tool rest a little bit so I can get it closer up in here. I'm going to make sure nothing's going to hit. I'm going to grab my Allen wrench. I'm going to make sure we're nice and tight. Yep, still good. Yeah, there was lots of water in the center of this tree. I could feel it spraying out on me, which is going to be good. I need at least 20 seconds at the end for the microwave trick to bend it. Uh-oh, I let the cat out of the bag. Dang it. Well, it's a microwave. Ooh. A little bit of vibration there. We don't want too much because it'll... And it's hard right here in the middle. Just take it slow. Let me see if I can get a little bit more pressure there on the tailstock. I don't want to go too much. But as we get near the end of it, it's going to get better. Yeah, up here is good, but there's like as soon as I get about there, there's a hard spot. So just like in the end, we'll take light cuts. A nice sharp tool, wet wood, so I think it sounds probably a lot worse than it is. Let's check it out just to... See, oh yeah, there's like another little branch or something that was going to grow out there, so we're hitting a bit of end grain right through there. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this. I need to be careful. Take it very slow. This is a pretty piece and I would like to save it. So I got it pretty good. So now I'm just going to work on this little corner here. And make sure I'm going to reach my hand over. How's that on the camera angle? Cool. I kind of reach my hand over and down so I can support it to kind of counteract some of that the vibration. That's another trick from turning wands. You kind of got to figure out which direction to apply the pressure to mitigate the vibration in there. You can tell when I'm taking a cut because I stopped talking, huh? Okay. We're a little fat right there. There we go. Cool. Let's work our way. Keep going. That's the name of the game. Just gotta keep it going. Hopefully you guys can see alright with me wrapped around the lathe like that. Give us a little more speed. This is where I have to be really careful because we've got that little bit of end grain in there, that knot. Work our way slowly, about a half an inch at a time. Now I'm going to have to clear a bit of this out. Always with my hands on there, hopefully it's not getting in the way too much. But it really, really helps to stop the vibration. Okay. This is going to be the toughest part right through here. And then because we're right in the middle, then as we get this way, it's going to get less and less vibration. Now, I sharpened all my tools right before this. So a nice fresh edge. Make sure we're even. I don't like to go back too much, but sometimes I can feel where we're a little bit off. These are fun. I do enjoy turning them. Just little by little. It's already much better. We're past that. I kind of want to see what it looks like here through there. Oh, it's moved down. That must be the heart that I was cutting through then. But it feels a lot easier to cut through there. Cool. I'm going to take this little section away. Slow, steady cuts. I have my thumb on top of the tool. Firm downward pressure
I'm kind of moving my whole body backwards. I'm not just moving the tool back and forth. I have the tool tight up against my side, holding it against my shoulder or my forearm as well, so it's nice and steady, even pressure, lots of control. Clear some of this away. How are we doing for time? 14 minutes. I'm going to quickly but safely knock this thing out. We're almost there. And we're not looking for perfection either, because it is a demo piece. But I'll probably still put it in the gallery. I'm going to start to shape the base too, so I know where the bottom of the stem is going to be. I want to put like a almost like a teardrop shape on it. Cool. Clear some of this back. See how we're looking. Oh yeah, we lost a little bit right there. It is a good idea that I made that tenon a little smaller. Okay, we have it about that big around. Cut it in a little bit, and then I'm going to want to almost roll a bead onto it so it curves back in on itself. And then we'll come in this way. Start to shape it. I think that'll be good there. I'll work on the end a little bit as soon as I get done with this. Okay. Clear some of it away with a little bit different cut. Try to get through that heartwood. Hopefully you guys can see alright. I apologize if I'm blocking it. Maybe I should have picked a little bit different piece that everybody could see better. Nice and slow. I think we ought to be good on time. We're almost there. Not exactly even, but that's alright. From this small, it's easy to sand the differences out. As I'm getting towards the base, I need to be careful cutting back like this because I start to cut uphill. And I don't want to do that. It can get to be like a self-feeding cut. And that'll get you in trouble. The tool just wants to keep going and going on its own. Almost there. All I need is 20 seconds in the microwave. Quicker than a Hot Pocket. Go. Hey, how about that? All right, now we're gonna cut in here a bit. Where are we at? Ooh, 8 minutes. We got this. We got this. I'm gonna take my spindle gouge. Roll the bead into there like that. Smooth over the top. There, cool. Now, parting tool. This was a ambitious project to get done, but we got it with minutes to spare. So I'm gonna come in and part it most of the way, and when I come in, I don't want to come in straight. I want to be a little bit of an angle so it'll kind of undercut the bottom of it, so it'll have a little rim where it sits. We're not going to go too far. There we go. Now we'll back it up. I'm going to take the tailstock away. Yeah, look at that. It's already super flexible. Okay, get our little flush trim saw. Cool. So there's the Podlet, as Greg Gallegos, I believe is his last name. Natural Selection Studios calls him. Let's see. I'll stand it up here. We'll get a quick look at it like this. Standing up, I'll move that light too. Maybe you can see the grain on it is really cool. But now, for the fun part. Let me quickly flip you around here. I'll tell you a fun story. So, I was on a hangout, Meet the Woodturners. If anybody's not familiar with Pat Carroll, he does usually monthly or bi-monthly meeting that's called Meet the Turner. And so he had Jimmy Clues on there, which Jimmy's became a good friend of mine. I mean, he's like a mentor, has really taught me everything I know about turning. But somebody was mentioning that it was over in the UK and they had Jimmy's old lathe. And so everybody was really excited about that. Well, this is Jimmy Clue's old microwave. So how about that? Jimmy Clue's microwave. So what I'm going to do, right now we're pretty I have the little nub on there so it doesn't want to stand up, but we're pretty much straight. I'm going to pop it in the microwave. We'll give it about 20 seconds, 10 seconds. I'll stop it at 10. You don't want to give it too much at once. I'm going to stop it. Make sure it's not getting too hot. Another 10 or so. We'll give it an extra 5. Okay, and then it comes out. Now they usually put weight on it. Chicken, but I have been just taking them and gently bending it like that. And with the weight, I guess it makes it easier because it'll cool off, but it cools off pretty rapidly. So I'll just keep a nice even pressure on there while it's cooling off in kind of a nice curved position. How we looking on time? Let's see. 4 minutes. All right. We're solid. Still a little warm. Yeah, it's holding its shape better. Yeah, I can see how the weight, and I don't know how much stress it'll take, so I don't want to go, too aggressively bent on it. I can see looking at it, I could have gone thinner near the base of the stem, but that's okay. We're always our own worst critics, I think. But yeah, hey, there we go. And it just gives it kind of a fun look. I'll turn it back over. We'll get you over to the lathe and we'll set it up. But yeah, it gives it a fun, sort of like whimsical little appearance. It's leaning over to one side like that. And as the, I might have leaned it too much. Oh no, it's got the little nub on there so it doesn't want to stand up super well. And as this dries, since I got a nice even wall thickness on the top, we'll get some good warping out of there and shouldn't have to worry about any cracking. The heart's off to the side. We'll see. This is fruit wood too. I know fruit wood is sometimes kind of known for cracking, and I've never turned apricot before. But so, give it a shot. Might win it, might lose it, but there it is. What do you guys think? That was a fun demo, and I still have 2 minutes to read the comments. Oh, no, we'll go. There we go. And have a drink. My goodness. I barely even stopped to have a drink. It's still practically full. I got a second one here just in case. I must have thought I'd be dilly-dallying the whole time reading comments. But how'd you guys like it? Rob Rittenhouse, LOL. My daughter was like, OMG, why is he bending it? For fun. Makes it look cool. Let's see if I can get it to... You can see the... Yeah, how about this side? It's got that little bend there. Like the little nub in there is not letting it stay that way for whatever reason. Let's see if I can wedge it up. There we go. But yeah, a fun little piece. So, it looks like Carl's going to be getting underway in about a minute. I really, really appreciate everybody. I saw I had some super chats also. Thank you so much. I know Jamie for sure super chatted me. I'm not sure who else, but thank you, big time thank you to whoever it was. Oh yeah, Patrick, my fuzzy microphone cover worked. Video and audio were on point. Thank you, Billy. Be sure to check out Billy's Kickstarter. Bees builds, his sketchboards are awesome. Hodgepodge, thank you, sir, and thank you for the help last night. I think you're sir, I shouldn't say that. Thank you, Hodgepodge Woodworks. I don't want to assume your gender, but thank you very much. Helping me last night. No beard scratching, so the dead cat worked. Beautiful. Hey, Jamie, thank you. Thank you very much, Billy Wood Turning. Lots of fun. Cool, so it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to end this stream. Everybody head over to Carl's channel. We'll see what he's doing. A scoop, I think. Whoa, Mike Doyle. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Kaylin the cat, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the demo. I'll be hopefully doing some more soon. I've been doing a lot of my kids are doing distance learning, so that sucks up the internet and a lot of my time. So I don't get a chance too often to come out here. But these are fun and fairly quick to get done. Well, anyways, thank you so much. Everybody, head over to Carl's channel. He'll be going live in probably right now. And I'm going to end this stream. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.